come on. We got to be better at quests than this, Sarah. The internet's starting to look down on us. People don't get that it's so much easier to do quests when you're not, like, talking to someone else and, like, carrying on a full-ass conversation, not involving the... I mean, maybe we should focus more. Maybe. Or maybe you guys should all get the sticks out of your butts. It's not a good look for you.
We're just trying to help you work out your butts.
Search the South Fury watershed and help the people you saw in the spyglass. We have to find the people that were in the spyglass. Remember when we did that stupid quest that I couldn't figure out?
I thought that they were here, though.
They were in 4 different places.
Yeah, but see, there's a 1 here, right? Like if you hit the M button and then a 1 pops up. It should be right. She should be right here. I thought that we, like, accepted a quest.
This crocodile. Get over here.
Oh, well, then I'm coming over there.
Meow.
Do they count for the other quests that we were doing, or are they out of that bubble?
They count for the teeth.
Oh, well then.
But you have to loot the one that I just looted so that I can skin it.
Oh, well, I'm just... Don't mind me. I'll be over there in about 10 minutes.
Eventually.
When do
just
I
kind of peeking around to see if there's any quest people around. And we might have to go look through the looking glass again. I really don't want to, though. We're not allowed to drop quests that give experience, though, so we have to do this piece of crap quest.
Do it. I looted the things.
I've killed 3 of them, so just kind of look around for sparkly crocodile corpses.
You're going to be known by the crocodiles for the rest of their existence.
I'm known as Croc Hitler.
I was just thinking of, like, what's that guy's name who went around and Jack the Ripper? You're like
Jack the Ripper.
The Ripper of crocodiles. That's what you
Crocodile Ripper. All right. Where are these people for this quest? I've had enough of this.
Oh, she getting serious.
I'm getting cereal.
She getting real serious.
Alright, I'm gonna turn around and see if I can skin any of the ones. You're coming towards me, so...
Yeah.
I can, like, only breathe out of my mouth, so if I sound like I'm breathing heavily, it's not that I'm overexcited or anything, it's just that shit is real in my nose right now.
Shit is real serious.
Sarah, you gotta find these people.
Okay, I will start looking for the people. Here we go.
Oh, I wonder if this is the original crocodile tooth that I couldn't loot earlier because my bag was full.
Let's see. It says.
Is this where we were?
Yeah. See, the hoe killed him. He's here now.
Oh, wait for me.
Okay.
I just gotta skin this crocolisk.
What?
You heard me. I gotta skin a crocolisk.
Oh, there's a rare.
Oh, I'm on my way. I'm running.
Yeah.
You can tag him if there's people around. I'm on my way.
Yeah,
I'm on my way.
I'm gonna go over there. I'm stealthing at you. Here I come.
I'm doing rogue things.
Watch some hunter shoot it before I get there.
I'm almost there. Oh, I didn't mention this in the original rules, just by the way. But if we happen to, like, go to Ogrimmar and there's, like, the whole pick up these quests to possibly go to these places, those don't count as, like, we have to do them. That only once we get to the zone. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if we get a quest sending us to another zone, we are allowed to choose whether or not we go. Did this rare drop anything?
No. It was the most disappointing rare that I've ever seen.
You're like, he's rare, I'm gonna kill him.
Terribly. Hey, did you get the quest from that guy?
I'm getting quest credit for these things. Do you have a quest that I don't have?
I'm going to share it with you just in case. No, it's alright. Okay, you're on that quest.
Oh, good. Sweet. Good.
Yeah. Backstab. How?
Excuse me.
I think I will give that a 9 out of 10.
I will give that a 9 out of 10.
That one was pretty good.
Sometimes I feel like you can't get the full, like, palette of my burps unless you're in person.
Does it, like, shake items?
It's got, like, a vibration to it, scent. Sometimes even a taste.
You can't forget the scent.
Could you imagine if there was, like, a burping competition and there were these, like, really serious judge that are like, and the fragrance of that one, I'd give that like an 8.7. It had some floral notes.
Oh God.
Oh.
The things. All of the things.
The last time I was on a plane, there was this guy with this like badass beard, and I like told him his beard was awesome because he was like an old dude, and like I feel like our generation of people is like stereotypically rude to old people, so I like take it out of I like make it my personal mission to be extra nice to old people. And I don't know why that is, because it's not my job to do that, but I always do. Like I always like try to, I don't know, if there is like someone my age and like an old dude, like I'll always talk to the old dude first. I promise. Like it's so strange. So I'm telling this guy, I'm like, your beard's really cool. And I told him how like, I don't know, I have this newfound thing for beards because like my dad, when he had radiation on his throat, they told him he would definitely lose his beard and he didn't. So now he's got this like spiteful beard that he refuses to shave that's like straggly and looks kind of like Duck Dynasty. But anyway, so I told this guy he had an awesome beard. This guy was like so pumped about it. He takes out his cell phone and shows me all of the things he does with his beard when he goes to beard competitions.
What?
And he had like gnome styles where like the mustache was curled and then the beard was curled and he had it braided all different ways. Not at any point did I consider that this man would have an iPhone filled with pictures of his glorious beard styled many a different ways. But kids, you should seriously though, if you're watching this, you should always be nice to old people. Yes. You know why? Because they used to be your age once too, and then they like learned from that and got older and learned more and got older and learned more. It's not that they don't understand you, it's that they're so far beyond understanding you that like I don't even like my grandma is like my best friend. Is that weird?
No,
she's
man.
Awesome. My grandma's fucking awesome.
I'm like super nice to older people too. Like I was in Walmart the other day and there was this little old lady who, you know, was scooting what's those things called that they drive around on? I don't even know. Anyways,
like a hover round?
Yeah, a hover round. And she was so old and she was looking for cat stuff. And she's like, "Excuse me, miss, can you help me find a collar for my new kitten?"
And you're like, "Oh my God, I'll do it."
I spent 15 minutes with her. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Of course I will.
Of course I will." No, I have this thing where like literally, if you want to get on my good side, ask me a question about pets, because I used to work at the Humane Society, so I think I have, and I know it's all in my head. Like I know I don't have an unreasonable amount of pet information, but like somewhere in my head I think I do. Like I think I can offer you all of this wisdom. And like my sister got a cat recently and she was asking me all these cat questions and I was just like, oh my God, and then you do this, and then you do this. I was some sort of cat expert. I don't even know.
Dude, but you do. Every time I have a question about animals, I'm like, I'm going to just ask Danielle.
I'll just ask Danielle. You know what it is? When you work at a Humane Society, I think you learn a lot about when a vet is actually necessary. Because I feel like a lot of times like society makes you feel like you're a bad pet owner if you don't take your animal to vet for like every time every little thing is wrong. And when you work at a Humane Society, because they don't have a large budget of money, animals don't get the luxury of just going to the vet every time something is wrong. So you learn a lot of like kind of like old school home remedies for things, like not in a bad way, in a good way. Like you learn that like, okay, if a dog gets into something that he's not, Grats on your 10.
Thank you very much.
Grats on your 10. All right, what do we need to do? Oh, I need to kill that quill boy. Get over here. Like, okay, if your dog eats something that it's not supposed to eat, like if you go to the vet, they'll pump it full of charcoal and then like monitor it for 24 hours and make it throw up, and it's going to cost you like $500 for them to effectively make your dog throw up. And like you can give your dog like 1/8 of a cup of hydrogen peroxide and it'll just throw up at home.
I've had to do that before. It's like terrifying.
It's I have a great story about this. So Stanley, when Stanley was about a year old, Stanley was pretty much the textbook definition of a bad dog, which sounds mean to say, but Stanley was awful. He ate furniture. He did not chew furniture. He consumed furniture. Like, and it was impressive and scary all at once. Yeah. And somehow he got inside of the refrigerator.
Oh my gosh.
And he ate a dozen oranges, the mesh bag they came in, a dozen chicken wings that were left over from the night before, and the styrofoam package that they were in.
Oh my God.
I'm like freaking out because you always hear that chicken bones are like the worst possible thing that like a dog could eat. So I'm like freaking out. And I actually called my vet, and my vet told me that to make him throw up because that's all they were going to do anyways. So I gave him the hydrogen peroxide, he's like foaming at the mouth. He like doesn't want to throw up. He's like fighting the throw up, you know. He's like, no, I'm not going to throw up. I'm not going to throw up, and he can't make me. Well, he finally throws up, and the smell was so overwhelming because the acid from the oranges had started to like break down the like chicken bone meat. Oh my God, it was horrific. It smelled so bad that the moment he vomited, I vomited on him.
Oh.
And then, like, he vomited again, and then I vomited on him again. I ended up paying one of my coworkers at the Humane Society $100 to come clean my kitchen because, like, I couldn't do it. Every time I got near it, I just threw up again. So Stanley, got, like, literally, he, like, had this epic dog feast of his life. Then, like, his asshole human, like, forced him to puke, and then puked on him.
Did he ever open the fridge again, though?
No, he didn't.
Lesson learned.
I don't even know how he did it. Like, I was like, he was so creatively a bad dog. Like, he did things that you were like, okay, so he used to eat furniture, so I was kenneling him, which, like, some people aren't real big into kenneling. I don't know why, but, like, whatever. Did you loot this so I can skin it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're swimming all around it, but... So I kenneled him when I wasn't home so that he wouldn't eat, like, furniture. Except that, like, Stanley could not be confined to just a mere, like, mortal kennel.
Yeah.
And somehow, while in his dog kennel, like an ASPCA regulation kennel, not like a cheap, crappy anything, okay? He somehow, while in his kennel, ate a hole in the wall the size of a grapefruit.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how he did it. Like, how did he get his muzzle could not fit through him? I can't even imagine. He had to have had his head, like, sideways with, like, 2 teeth through the hole in the bars.
Wow.
Like, I don't even know how he did it. He was like, so he had to be kenneled in the like middle of the room because if he was up against a wall, he would somehow gnaw on the wall through the kennel. He was so bad. He's really good now, though. He had separation anxiety. As soon as I got another dog, he wasn't like that anymore. All right, we don't need to do the crocodiles anymore, but we have something over here we got to do. You're already over there.
Yeah, we got to kill these guys that everybody and their mother is shooting. Oh, jackasses.
Yeah. We should be fine. When I was talking about how we were in a really highly populated troll area and it kind of sucked, I was reminded that because they're like a starter race, like, you know, Blood Elves are introduced in Burning Crusade and Goblins are introduced in Cataclysm and then like Pandas are introduced in Mist, that like trolls are like a pretty common race for people to choose when they're on their like 0 to 20 trial.
Yeah.
So like people are on their trial accounts. That's why we're seeing so many. And then at 15 people start... like 10 people start doing BGs, and then at 15 people start doing random dungeons, so we should really see like a huge drop off soon.
Oh, thank goodness.
How many people are competing against to do things.
I've never really understood the kennel thing though, like why people get so upset about it, because both of my dogs treat their kennel like it's their own personal like den. Yeah, so I've never understood it.
My fiance, when he first met me, he thought it was mean that I kenneled my dogs. Like, he told me, like, he was like, I don't think that's like a nice way to treat your pets. And I was like, I don't, like, he was looking at it, you know what it is, some people think it's like a cage, and like it is in theory a cage, but that's not how a dog sees it. Like, I mean, my animals had like pillows and blankets and toys, and then I cover it with like a blanket so that it's not like they're not looking through metal bars. You know what I mean? I don't know, like, dogs are den creatures. Like, in the wild, a dog would look for something similar to a kennel to like find shelter in. The only time a kennel is mean is if people are using it improperly. Like, a kennel shouldn't be used for punishment. A kennel can only be used for confinement, for when they're sleeping or when you're not home. It should never be, you're bad, go in your kennel.
Yeah, no. I do not agree with punishment with kennels. That's terrible. It's supposed to be their like place where they can go to relax.
To be safe.
Yeah.
Too. They feel like that's a safe place to go. Like, I don't know. I think it's really difficult to punish a dog anyways unless you catch them like in the act of whatever it is. And generally at that point, just redirecting their focus is about, like, dogs are never going to understand, like, this is a consequence for your action. Like, people who rub their dog's nose if they like have an accident, or like, that is never going to work. Like, ever. Because they have no idea. Then they're just like, what? I'm not supposed to poop?
I don't understand.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then every time they poop, they're just going to be ashamed of their poop.
Yeah.
Do you want to be that guy who makes your dog feel ashamed of pooping?
It's terrible.
Don't do that.
Who would do that?
People.